Hi, I'm Vicky from Rockstars and Royalty. Welcome back. Today I'm here with my good friend Sheena, who is a communication specialist and a huge advocate of local fashion. Welcome. Thanks for coming to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me here.
So tell me about your style and your passion for local fashion and designers.
I will indeed. I have always had this passion for buying local. When I was younger, worked in a lot of industry portfolios and really became aware of the economic impact of buying local and, you know, that community support and that benefit of actually knowing that the dollar you spend goes to a local person and then distributed through the local economy. Plus, the bonus is, you know, I love local fashion. We have so many great designers. I mean, we have you, Vicky, and I have a beautiful Rockstars and Royalty dress that I always get comments on. Today I'm wearing Pure Pod, which is a very ethically sustainable brand done by Kelly Donovan.
Yeah, she's incredible. And she's doing amazing work beyond just making clothes. She speaks out about ethics within the fashion industry. She just put on her amazing sustainable fashion event, which I was fortunate enough to be part of, and the message is growing and starting to spread.
Absolutely it is, absolutely, which is really wonderful. And, you know, clothing waste is actually a massive issue, and it's one of the other reasons I think we should buy local, because every purchase we make needs to be for purpose. You know, we've all been through that point where we've bought something just because it was on sale and we've never worn it and the tags are on it. And
or we get caught up in trends and we buy it because we think we need to have the latest trend. Get it home, put it on and go, oh, it looks terrible on me.
I know, and then you think, why on earth did I buy it? And although we might think, oh, well, it was okay, it only cost me $15, or it might have only cost, you know, $50, but it's still going to clothing waste. Which is why I'm very big on buying local, or going to the second-hand shop, going to clothes shops, going to Vinnie's.
I keep seeing you wearing amazing jackets and you're like, oh, this cost me $5 at the Green Shed, and you've got a great collection of pre-loved clothing.
I do. I'm addicted to blazers at the moment, and I think every time I go into the Green Shed, or I have this beautiful little op shop at the Kipax shops near my house.
Don't give away your secrets. Everyone will go there and there won't be anything there.
And I love, you know, blazers are like my, you know, gold mine. I love finding them. Because I know it suits my style. I have changed my style a lot recently. I used to be in very corporate attire, and now I want to wear the style that suits me.
Excellent. So. I think that's one of my key messages, is that we need to find our style. We need to know what we love wearing and shop for things that we love, instead of buying the trends that we get home and they don't suit us and end up in the wardrobe. We need to know what we love to wear and just buy those things. And it's quite simple to do. You just need to look at your wardrobe, look at the pieces that you wear over and over again, and the pieces that you feel good wearing, and that will give you the styles, the shapes, the colours, the cuts that you enjoy wearing. That's the essence of your style. Then once you know that, when you go shopping, whether you're shopping locally or you're shopping for pre-loved clothes, you can then look for those styles while you're shopping.
Absolutely. I always say, buy what people, you know, every time you wear something you're comfortable in and you like, I think you get more comments than ever before. Every time you wear something that's uncomfortable and you only bought because it's a trend, you probably won't get any comments at all. So there's also a reinforcement for others, because I think others, not only do they see how fabulous it looks, but they can see you're feeling really happy in wearing something.
Yeah, you can see someone's confidence if they're wearing something that they just adore. You can see the confidence shining out of their face, whereas if you see people who are just following trends for the sake of trends, number one, they look like everyone else, and who wants to look like everyone else?
Exactly right.
But you can see that they're uncomfortable a lot of the time as well. So so how do we break this cycle of being caught in this? We've been taught for so many years to buy trends, buy the new thing, and the turnover is so fast and cheap. How do we break that cycle?
Mindfulness. I'm a big believer in mindful shopping. And you know what, there's always going to be a time and a place. Your child comes to you at 7 o'clock at night and tells you they need a yellow top because it's something day at school tomorrow.
I've been there.
Yep.
It was an orange one recently.
And look, you know, that means, you know, sometimes that you do have to go for something cheap or wherever you can find it at the time. But for the majority of times, we can be mindful when we're shopping. We're usually not on that heavy a time schedule. So I think being mindful allows you to go, one, do I really need this? Or two, I know I need this, but could I actually buy local, or could I find it at the local Vinnie's? could I actually go to the markets and find this gift that I want for someone else?
Yeah.
So being really mindful about your purchases, I think, suddenly knocks down that whole I must buy it because it's only $15 and it's reduced from $50.
Yeah. We end up filling our hands with stuff that we don't need because it's cheap or because it's the latest trend. And obviously it's Christmas next week, so this is a great time to be talking about this. I've actually managed to make or buy locally all of my Christmas presents this year.
That's so good to
and
hear.
I haven't set foot in the mall, which I'm really proud of. For the first time ever at Christmas, I've not had to go, because the mall stresses me out at the best of times at Christmas. The anxiety before I get there of just, will I find a parking space, the number of people, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So I made a very conscious decision this year to make or upcycle or buy from local people all of my gifts. So I hope that's a message that we can keep spreading. And
absolutely,
next time you've got a birthday or Christmas present coming up that you need to buy, shop mindfully. I love that.
Absolutely, mindful shopping. Mindful in every area, but definitely in shopping.
Brilliant. So Sheena's passion for local fashion and local designers led her to create an online magazine called The Local Look. So when did that start?
It started last year, so 2016. I was in need of a creative outlet, but I was also in a position where I just wanted to communicate to everyone the benefits of buying local. And every time I met someone, you were in this category, I just got excited by how wonderful and creative people are. And so I wanted to, in my own creative outlet, show Canberra the amazing people in it. Because I found myself talking to people, and I come from a public service and a corporate background, who just didn't know the local creative scene existed. So the Local Look started because of my passion for buying local, and I wanted to tell people how great their local, market was. And so I just wanted to tell stories, though. I'm a big storyteller, I'm communications background, and I think just telling someone doesn't work, but I think when you tell them with passion and when you tell the story behind them, people suddenly develop a connection. So it's not only about the product, it's about buying with a person who just has an amazing story.
And that's why I love shopping at local markets so much, because so many times when you buy from a local designer here, you're meeting the person who's made that item, and they can tell you the story behind it, the passion behind it, why they created it, how they created it. And I think it's just really powerful to talk to the person who made what you're buying or designed what you're buying. It's a beautiful thing. You're not going to get that in Kmart or Target.
No, you won't.
You're going to get the rip-offs of the person you were talking to who
That's
designed
exactly
it.
right.
That's a huge issue at the minute with, I keep seeing on Facebook groups that these big companies are taking designs of local designers and turning them to cheap mass-produced items, and because they're so big and they've got so much money, they can do it, and it's really hard for the small local designers to have a comeback because they can't afford the big lawyers.
Absolutely.
To fight. So again, if you're supporting local designers, you're supporting the original creators of these. Please don't go and buy the cheap knockoff versions, because you're supporting big businesses ruining little businesses, basically. It's horrible. And it happens probably more than you think.
I always tell people to think of their value chain, and there's there's always going to be a time where someone has money as their top value chain, but it's not always. I mean, our values come to community, they come to quality, they come to all of these other areas, and I think your values can dictate your shopping habits, and therefore money is not always the issue. So buying from the original designer means you can talk to them, you can meet them, you can support their family, you can support their dreams, and you have a story to tell. I mean, how good is it when, someone goes, I love your earrings, and you go, oh my God, I met this amazing maker at the markets, and, you suddenly tell their story. Whereas, oh my God, I love your earrings, oh, they were $2 from Kmart. The story stops there. And that story is really about a money value. Whereas I love that story about, I met the maker and they're so good and they have an amazing range, you should check them out. That passion comes through really well.
Completely. I think we need to talk about budget as well, because often these local handmade things, they can be a little bit more expensive, and especially at Christmas, if you're buying gifts for a lot of people, you can be on very limited funds. So there's lots of alternatives. One of my favourite gifts recently that I got for Christmas last year was a friend baked me my favourite cake.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm so busy, I don't have time to bake. I used to love baking. I love cakes. So it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be just something with a little bit of thought behind it. and it was in the most beautiful box with a gorgeous ribbon and a label, handwritten label on the top, and that was one of my most prized Christmas presents because it was made with love. And you don't have to spend a fortune. You can just again be mindful about what you choose. I think a lot of times we buy gifts because we feel like we have to buy a gift.
Yes, absolutely.
And you see people buying stuff, and you know that stuff is going to end up in a box or a bin or in landfill because it's just bought for the sake of buying a gift without really thinking about the person who's receiving it. So really think about the person you're buying for. We stopped in my family. We don't buy presents for the adults anymore. We just buy for the kids. And I try to be really mindful of what we do buy for the kids. So, and it's hard, but just take that little bit of time and think about what you're buying, what you're giving, and whether that person it's something that they really would need or like or want.
I love that. I'd love to remove the stigma around regifting. Because I think, and in particular I do this with books, when I'm meeting people for coffee, I tend to take a book that's out of my collection that I've read or something like that, and I love regifting books because, you know, you're giving knowledge and, you know, all of these kind of things that I love, and, you know, regifting gets like a bad reputation. People think, you know, but actually I think regifting is a lot of thought because you have actually looked around and gone, I think this is perfect really for that person.
Definitely.
So regifting can be going to an op shop and buying something secondhand and giving it, or it can be actually just looking at your own home and going, I don't use that, I don't have a need for it, but I know someone who would love it. And so I'd love to remove the stigma of re-gifting because I actually think there's a really good place for it, and it does involve a lot of thought. It does,
and I totally agree. Another thing that I do with a group of friends is instead of buying each other gifts, we buy, I suppose we're buying time with each other. So we all go out for dinner and we put the cost that we would have put into buying a gift, into buying dinner and having this fabulous evening together and spending the time together and making these memories instead of buying each other stuff that we probably don't really need. So that's another great option, is to just all get together, take the $20 or whatever it is you would have spent and go out and have a couple of drinks together and spend time with your friends.
I think that is brilliant. It's a really, really good way. And it's, you know, that's, again, goes with your value chain. I mean, you know, essentially the reason you're gifting or the reason you're doing something is because you want that person to know they're special. And, you know, we're humans, we love connection. Being with someone is the most special thing you can do. Definitely.
So this has got about from talking about local designers and local fashion to talking about gifts. So
I love it. Well, it is that time of year.
Exactly. I think that's a perfect timing. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about in regards to sort of local?
I'd just like to say, have a look around, have a look at the creative, amazing people who are around your community, all of the makers. Every community has
We've been talking about Canberra because that's where we are, but wherever you're watching in the world, there will be a local makers community and local markets and local designers around you. So get out there, find what they're making and support them, and make sure you tell them that you appreciate their time and their creations and their passion.
Absolutely.
Sheena, thank you so much for coming and talking to me today. This has been a great chat, and hopefully we've given you some inspiration for how you can shop differently and appreciate the quality of locally made products differently as well. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll be back soon with more videos, more interviews, more upcycled goodness and more sewing tutorials.
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Everyone.